Hi everyone, and thanks for joining me today for another episode of Gold Wingnut Live. Each week I answer your questions about things happening in Sumter County and the villages. These weekly broadcasts and the construction update videos I produce are two of the ways I bring information to you about the construction happenings here in the villages. At Gold Wingnut Productions, I also provide a photo video service for new homes under construction. If you're building a new home in the villages and you need someone to watch the construction for you and send you regular updates, then contact me through my website, goldwingnut.com, and arrange for a photo video package for your new home. I've nearly 20 years in the construction industry as a project manager, and in the last 6 years, Gold Wingnut Productions has provided this valuable service to over 300 homeowners. I know the work the various trades are doing, and I know when the work's being done right and when it's not. I'm not just taking pictures like some others do. I'm watching your home build with a trained eye to help ensure everything is done right. So go to goldwingnut.com and arrange your package today. Now let's get started with the show.
Dog if your partner doesn't like dogs, or give up your partner.
Give up your partner.
Partner.
Throw your partner off a bridge.
Yeah.
With bricks on their ankle.
You're dating someone that doesn't like dogs.
God, who are you dating?
Psycho.
Ugh.
It's equivalent to a serial killer in my eyes.
I truly like dogs more than humans, so that's...
Oh, easily.
It is colder than a mother-in-law's kiss. It's so cold my plumber pulled his pants up. This kind of cold will freeze the hinges right off the gates of hell. It's so cold the chickens are lining up to get in the oven. It's colder than a room full of ex-wives at a wedding. This kind of cold will freeze the balls off a pool table. It's so cold the thermostat gave me the middle finger. This kind of cold is meaner than a skillet full of rattlesnakes. It's cold enough to freeze the balls off a brass monkey. It's so cold the Statue of Liberty put the torch inside her dress.
Hi, I'm Don Wiley, and you may know me from my informational YouTube videos or as a Sumter County Commissioner. But today I have a different role. I coordinate providing Thanksgiving dinner for all the fire stations in the villages, and I'm reaching out to you today to ask you for your help in this effort. This project started 10 years ago in Ventura Villas, where my friends and neighbors and I got together to provide Thanksgiving dinner for Fire Station 45. It has grown now to providing all 11 VPSD fire stations with Thanksgiving dinner. This year, I'm pleased to announce that we're also teaming up with my fellow County Commissioner Jeff Bogue to feed all the fire stations in Sumter County. Because their schedules are so unpredictable, our firefighters aren't able to take the time to prepare Thanksgiving dinner for themselves. My fellow station coordinators and I organize and deliver a traditional Thanksgiving dinner for each fire station. If you'd like to help out this year, go to my website, Wingnut.com, and click on the Thanksgiving link on the home page, where you'll find contact information for each of the station coordinators for the station nearest you. I'm pleased to announce that for the second year, Lowe's is providing all the soft drinks and other supplies for each of the fire stations. And this year, Four Rivers Barbecue in Middleton is providing smoked turkeys for each of the fire stations. One of the great things about living here in the villages is that the residents come from all over this great country and bring with them amazingly delicious recipes that are hometown and family favorites. Our firefighters love the amazing variety of dishes we bring each year. If you have a family or a hometown favorite dish you'd like to share with our firefighters, please reach out to one of the station coordinators through my website, Wingnut.com. I know that many of you may not be here for Thanksgiving, but may still want to help out. Not to worry, you can. We can also accept monetary donations either through the GoFundMe links on my website, Wingnut.com, or in person to one of the station coordinators. All funds collected go to the Wingnut Foundation, a 501c3 charity. Funds are used to purchase any needed supplies or dishes that may still be needed for each of the stations, and all remaining funds are donated to the Firefighters Emergency Funds. We've made over $10,000 in donations in the last 9 years to help out our firefighters. So if you'd like to help out, please reach out to one of the station coordinators or I. Your support is greatly appreciated. Please also help spread the word on these efforts and share this information on your other social media groups, with your friends, neighbors, and other social groups. Thanks for helping out, and have a happy Thanksgiving. Hi everyone, it's Don and welcome to Wingnut Live. I'm your host Don Wiley and I'll answer your questions today on just about any topic you want to, talking about the villages, talking about Sumter County, what have you. Today's show sponsor is Shade Masters USA. If you have a need for shades either inside your house, blinds, roll-up shades on your lanai, your garage, give Shade Masters a call. They got quite a variety of product that they can help you with, and you'll find, I think they'll give you a good price, and you'll enjoy what they have to offer. Also, today's sponsors are Surf to Turf Home Inspections. If you need your home inspected, which if you're buying a new home, get it inspected that first week, but arrange it 2 or 3 weeks in advance with Tom over at Surf to Turf. That way he can make sure he gets you on the schedule, and you don't miss out, because that first week is so important. Any kind of finish issues, maybe a scratch on the floor or the cabinets, something like that, then those have to be identified in the first week. Otherwise, they'll be dismissed by the warranty department as normal wear and tear. We also have Magic Stairs, a great product for getting up in the attic. It beats the heck out of falling. Kitchen-wise, closet-wise, I can't tell you enough good stuff about Scott and the product he has. Great stuff for your kitchen, your closets. He can handle it all. And of course, Fur and Away. They're mobile pet groomers. Eric comes right to your house and takes care of your dog or cat for you. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started. We had some comments come in earlier. Let me see what happens here. There we go. I'm trying a different camera out today, so because I notice that I'm always looking down. I want to look up because everything is on the screen. Let's see. So one of the questions that was asked in the intro. Oh, by the way, how'd you guys like the short video I threw together? It'll probably go away sometime this evening. It won't be in the recorded session. The reason for that is it's going to get flagged as a copyright hit, and they give me the option of taking it out, which I will, because the 2 songs obviously were copyrighted, but they were fun songs anyway. The question was asked was on Bingham Trail. They're building a shopping plaza, looks like about 4 or 6 units, I don't remember exactly. And the question was, what's going in there? I don't know. I haven't seen anything, any signs or any postings about, for permits on the windows. Those are the places you kind of want to check. And haven't seen anything yet, but we'll keep an eye on it. Let's see. So Kevin is still trying to sell his house. It's a tough time. The number of buyers is staying pretty constant. If you look at new home sales, they're constant. And there's a given percentage that buys new homes, a given percentage that buy resales. The percentage of homes on the market, at least through VLS. I asked a friend of mine who works with resale or sales and resales in the villages, and they said there's about 800 homes in the resale market. When I bought my house 11 years ago, there was about 500 homes. The difference is also why so much difference. 11 years ago, there was roughly 45,000 homes, so it's a little over 1%. Now there's, I think, 78,000 homes. Once again, still about 1%. Not a big, not a big difference, 300 homes, but you have a limited market, so it's going to lead to longer sales cycles. But anyway, he'll get it sold. He's got a nice house. We'll see what happens. Kevin, thank you for talking with Penny about Station 45. Our firefighters. Thanksgiving is coming up, and if you saw the ad early on. Oh, by the way, if you tuned in, you didn't tune in right at the very beginning, which a lot of you didn't. be sure to take and grab that slider on the bottom of the YouTube video and just drag it all the way to the right. That way you're watching live, and if you type a comment, I'm going to get the comment live, but it's not going to sync up with what you're watching, and certainly the answer is going to be like forever after you ask it. So again, slide it all the way to the right, come up live, and then go back afterwards and watch what you missed. All right, but anyway, our firefighters, Sumter County has a total of 20 fire stations. Actually, it's 19, because one of them that we support is Marion County Fire Department Station 10, which is up at the very north end of the Villages. And Darlene is the station coordinator up there. She does a great job. She's done this, I think this is Darlene's third year doing it. But anyway, we provide Thanksgiving dinner for them. Now, we've gotten a lot of cash donations. I say cash, I mean through GoFundMe, checks, what have you. And so far, we've collected about $4,500. That's gonna help tremendously. We've got turkeys covered. Four Rivers Barbecue, the new restaurant that opened up a couple of weeks ago down in Middleton, they're smoking the turkeys. We're picking turkeys. I'm picking up turkeys the Friday before from Publix, delivering them to them. They're going to smoke them. They're going to give us stuffing and gravy to go with them. And let's see. Oh yeah, we get all our drinks are going to be provided by Lowe's, the good people up at Lowe's home improvement stores. Vinny, one of our regular watchers and a resident here in the Villages, is just what a great guy. I mean, he really is. He reached out last year, and they did a tremendous amount. He reached out again early this year, and so all the drinks are provided. So what happens with the money? Well, if we're missing things, let's say we need some apple pies or pumpkin pies, we'll use the money to buy pumpkin pies. But then the remainder of the money goes to the fire department. They're really funds. Now, we're working with both Villages Fire Department, and I've partnered with Commissioner Jeff Bogue, and he is handling the Sumter County Fire Departments. So he's got 9 stations, we've got 11. He's doing it all by himself. So he's got some bigger challenges. We're going to help him out with, he normally buys all his Thanksgiving dinners from Publix and delivers them himself. He's getting some local help. That's going to go over well. And part of the money that we got, some of it's been targeted for Sumter County Fire. Some of it goes to VPSD. Great time. It's a great thing that we're doing, I think, and the firefighters really appreciate it. I stopped down, what was it, Sunday? Yeah, I think it was last Sunday, over at Station 49, the new fire station, and had a great talk with the lieutenant there. They're really looking forward to it. Let's see. So Gigi Melful, okay, is the walking trail around Central Lake open yet? I don't think so. And I say that because over by what's the name of it? Sunset Island, it's still fenced up there, and over by the golf course, it's fenced up there. So I'm pretty sure it's closed. It's not open yet. Let's see. Oh boy, hey, I gotta go back here. I gotta look at the other side because things scrolled off the screen. Walking trail, we asked about that. Craig said, hello, any news on when Walmart is opening? No, now they are working on the traffic lights. They set the bases for the 2 masts for the traffic lights on Morse Boulevard, 468. So that's progressing. That's going to be the entrance off of Morse Boulevard into Walmart. There's another traffic light going in on 44. That's going to help alleviate a lot of some of the traffic problems. I mean, we got a traffic study that's being finalized now we have some other issues at that intersection. We're gonna address them eventually as we get the information. When will Eastport have the live entertainment starting? I have seen people starting to bring their own chairs and starting their own little entertainment circles. Yeah, I saw that too the other night when I shot the opening video sequence. There was a group of 4 people sitting at the bar over there. Once I landed the drone, I went over, had a beer, chatted with them for a while. But when's the entertainment starting? I don't know. I haven't seen anything. Anything new on a golf cart crossing at the Turnpike and 470? Nope. Looks like it's not going to happen. I shot some video footage of it. I drove out there. I did some looking around, and it's not wide enough for a golf cart crossing. Let's see. Was subbing at the high school Friday and found out that the village's fire department had a stroke truck. It has state-of-the-art tech, including a CT scanner. Yes, absolutely. Oh, by the way, hi, Mushki. Good seeing you again. By the way, give me a call, Mushki, after the broadcast. I need to talk to you about your fire station. Yeah, they put it in service about 2 months ago, and it's one of like 2 or 3 in the country. It's really a great thing, considering the demographic. It's really a necessity. What is the relationship between Village's Fire Department and Sumter Lake County Fire Department? Are they part of the fire department or separate? So we're talking about 3 different fire departments. In Lake County, VPSD services the Lake County sections of the villages. In Sumter County, there is the VPSD, and there is Sumter County Fire EMS Service. They are separate, but they have a mutual aid agreement. The departments have a good working relationship with each other. I know both the chiefs. They're both great men. They got some good people. I mean, unbelievably great firefighters working for them. But they're all separate fire departments. Now, you know, if VPSD has to respond to an accident that would normally be serviced by Sumter County Fire, because maybe that ambulance is off busy doing another run, there's agreements on how things are paid, and it's all worked out behind the scenes so that you don't really have to worry about it. You just, you know, if you were serviced in Sumter County, you're going to be billed by Sumter County for the taxi and so on and so forth. All right. Theo says, traffic on Central Parkway between Eastport and Turnpike gets clogged. Roundabout at Bexley has many trucks running over the grass back through light at bar on Friday. Any hope trucks will be cutting through? So Central Parkway is exactly as the name says. It is Central Parkway. The light at bar, backed up through the light at bar, okay. So Bexley, roundabout at Bexley had many trucks running through the grass. Roundabout at Bexley. Sorry, I gotta get a frame of reference here. So, I mean, I go through those roundabouts all the time. I haven't seen any issues, but it doesn't mean it doesn't happen. But that is going to be the main thoroughfare for many years to come. Probably going to have some traffic starting to route through 48 once they start catching on about that. Fine frame versus concrete. So Russ Kuhn says, on a previous show, you had thought you had a source to find out frame versus concrete R values. Did you find anything? No, I haven't found anything yet on the R values. Let me write that down so I can check it again today. R values. So the question was about a couple of weeks ago. Somebody asked about how energy efficient the houses were, and insulation rating and all that. I'm pretty sure though that the the precast walls are going to have a higher R value. They also are going to have less leakage. Air leaks are common, especially around windows and door frames. You don't have that in the precast homes. But we'll see what I can find out. Did you get to prime and ember yet? What do you think? Give me an hour and 42 minutes. That's what my reservation is. I'm taking Debbie to prime and ember, and we are going to have a great dinner. And I am looking forward to it. I spoke to Fred briefly the other day when I was at Victory. Fred Karmapur is the owner of Prime and Ember, Victory, and 12 other restaurants here in the Villages. And he said things are going great. Obviously, there's a slight learning curve, but talking with some of the staff, they seem to think it's going quite well. So Gigi Melful said, another dumb question, what is VPSD? Yes, VPSD is Villages Public Safety Department. That is the fire department that here in the Villages, and our fire departments also run our ambulances, both in the county and in the Villages. So in the Villages, each fire station has an ambulance, and I think they have 2 or 3 spares also. And in the county, we have 6 on the road, and I think we have a 7th ambulance in spare. I don't remember off the top of my head. Doug says, from the last week's video, I can confirm a Ford 3500 fits in a designer home. So, 3500 is a Chevy, and maybe you're talking a 350. Man, I'll tell you what, I parked out in front of the garage, and mine won't fit in the garage, okay? Now I have an off-road package. It's lifted a couple of inches, so it's not going to fit. And there's a gentleman 1, 2, 3 doors down. He has an F-350 dually, and I saw him back up to the F-350 wasn't going to fit in the garage of a veranda home. All right. Let's see. Angel Eye says, hi, Dawn. Do you know when the next section will open? So when you're talking the next section, let's go over to the web page. I got to find it. Dang it. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Cartoons. Web browser. There we go. Transition. Let's see. Let's go to the other Villages page. So next coming up is going to be either this section of LaGrange or this section of Ocala. When, I don't know. Right now it looks like they're pushing the verandas that are coming online, as well as the courtyard villas. Interesting though, I've seen this question several times asked of me. Here's Blanchard. Here's the Woodlands Championship course. People keep asking what this is going to be. And it's either verandas or courtyard villas. I don't remember which one. I looked at it. I look at a bunch of different areas all the time. But that's what it's going to be. So, I'm thinking verandas, just because of the physical size. Veranda lots are normally bigger. They're about 7,500 to 8,500 square feet, compared to about 5,500 for courtyard villas. And it's got some great golf court frontage lots. So that's going to be an interesting place when it opens up. But back to the question at hand. So yeah, I think these two are going to be, one of these two are going to be next. This, just looking at the calendar, looking at what's happening, this is Lakeview. Lakeview may not come out on the market until after the first of the year. It's highly probable, because they have excuse me, it's a mix between courtyard villas and verandas that they have to sell, as well as new homes, the lots for custom builds. It's when you add things together, that's pointing to me right now like after the new year, which means that what's the name of it? Long Prairie, probably sometime late first quarter 26 for it to start selling, which would be about right with the golf courses because they're starting to look really good too. All right. Let's see. Looked like storm drains holding tanks were in place in the mystery unit of LaGrange Rec Center. Any new rumors on that area? Oh, I think it's what we're just talking about. Yeah, there's no holding tanks for storm drains. Unless you're talking about this right here. This, I've seen some previous, for some of the previous areas for like these ones up here. When they came out, they had some bleed over showing that this is residential, and looking at the size of the lots, this looks to be like it's going to be courtyard villas. A big set of courtyard villas, but courtyard villas nonetheless. How do residents think McNeil might, okay, when do residents think, good question. When do you think McNeil might open between Bexley and Central Parkway? You know, I just flew that yesterday with the drone, and where he's talking about, let's see if we can't zoom out. So this is McNeil, and this is McNeil, and you can see the outline here. This green section, that's where I believe it's phase 7 of McNeil Drive is being installed. So they're working on it. They're working on the underground utilities that go along the edge of the road. They've already put in the storm drains. They're working water, both potable and reclaimed. So, you know, it's probably going to be summer before that opens up. But I will say this: once it opens, that's going to be the way that if you're coming. Some people want to go down Megacin to get to the Turnpike at 470. That's going to be the wrong answer. You're going to want to come down Bexley to McNeil and then over to 470. That'll be the best way to go. All right. How do residents? Timothy wants to know, how do residents handle vehicles that don't fit in their garage? They park them in the driveway. Happens all the time. I mean, my buddy Jim, he's got it's a 2500, it's either a 25 or 3500 Chevy. He hauls a fifth wheel. So he's got a big truck just like mine, and he doesn't park it in the garage either. His old house he did, but he did a custom build, and he had the garage a little higher. Now he lives in a veranda, which is not a custom build. Let's see. Do you think McNeil might open? Oh, I already answered that one. Do you know where someone can find the height of all tunnels in the villages? Interesting question. Interesting question. I can tell you that south of 44, the tunnels are taller. North of 44, they are shorter. And there's a couple up in north of 466A. I'm trying to think. It's the tunnel that goes under Buena Vista, right there by the recreation center at the corner. It's got a really low overhead, and you know, if you have some of the street legal ones, Par Car used to make one. The Par Cars couldn't go through there because the top was too low. The new tunnels, man, much taller, so much easier to get through. All right, so let's see. Better late than never, okay. Great to see you, VS. Looks like you are asking about Wiley, the Wiley Blue Beast, the Blue Beast, boy. I took it off-road, was it yesterday? Yeah, yesterday. I got it washed, and then I took it off-road and had some fun with it. And I got into some really soft stuff, and I said, well, let's see what happens. I put it into off-road mode, and the dash changed. I was like, holy mackerel, let me show you the dash on this thing. This is what all of a sudden, when you go into off-road mode, the dash looks like. It's got a compass. It tells you the pitch, the angle up and down and left to right of the truck. It tells you the drivetrain. This was in four-wheel drive with the rear axle locked. But the thing that caught my eye was, you see how it's kind of light colored right here? That's actually from the front-facing camera, and it's showing me the road around the truck. I was like, wow, that's kind of cool. But anyway, I was just playing with it. I was like, yeah. But I was having fun. It didn't get stuck. Man, I put it into four-wheel drive, though, and it just drug everything out of the truck. It was like, boom, way to go. All right. I read in the paper today that the multimodal paths will be temporarily closed near Bexley 17 through 25. I read in the paper today the multimodal path will be temporarily closed near Bexley. Bexley's a long road. I'm not sure which area. I don't know on that one, Tammy. I haven't read the paper yet today. But I'll look at it, later on, after I get back from Prime and Ember. The villages should post tunnel heights like most states do on highways and parkways. Well, there's no reason for it. Especially, speaking of that, I'm sure most of you heard, I got a call early on when it happened. There was an excavator on the back end of a tractor trailer rig. It hit the beams on 301 that go under that support the bridge for the turnpike, and they had to shut down the turnpike for a little while. They shut down 301 for a while. It broke through some of the concrete. There's rebar showing, but the state says it's safe. So as far as putting the heights, what the problem with putting the heights on the bridges is, or the tunnels is? Nobody knows how tall their golf cart is. So if you have the height, okay, great. But if you don't know the height of your golf cart, then the tractor trailers that are hauling these oversized loads, these extra tall loads, they all know what the height of their load is. They're supposed to. That's why those bridges are labeled. But anyway, there you go. That was, let's see, link for tunnel heights. All right, I didn't see any link for tunnel heights come through. Yeah, that off-road dash is kind of crazy cool. I was shocked when I saw it. I actually had to pull over and take a look at it, figure out what was going on. As a reference point, my precast home info shows R5 for the concrete, R11 for the adjacent frame and 11, ceiling is R38, okay? Are walkers allowed on multimodal paths? Absolutely, that's why they're multimodal. We got an early earful recently from a golf cart driver about walking on the multimodal path. Baby Coney, I apologize. We have some really rude people. They think they own the road. Those are not golf cart paths. They are multimodal paths, and they're meant for bicycles, golf carts, people walking, skateboarding, rollerblading, whatever, what do they call it? Segways. But we have some people that are in a hurry and really aren't very courteous, and I apologize for that. I'm sorry you had to deal with that, but they are meant for everybody. I was stuck in that traffic backup headed south on 301. Yeah, I would hit the road. Yep. Sorry, man. I heard it was a mess. I know. I was down at Eastport when I got the call about it, and I headed up Bexley Trail, across the bridge, and it was backed up all the way to 470. Anything on Golf Cart Crossing, Warm Springs, near 301? Nope, haven't got a definitive answer on that yet. Want to set the record straight. The stroke unit is supplied and operated by UF Health, not the fire department. Okay. I know that there's a cooperative effort. Let's see. Unschool says Fred FMK said live music won't start in Eastport until December. Loud piped in music starts at 3 p.m. A bar hut has been open in the afternoon and evening for about the last week. Yep, it has. And Megan says ravioli at Prime and Ember is amazing. Oh, cool. Mid-sized gator basking in the sun, Sunset Island yesterday around 3 o'clock. Well, you know, that's the one thing about Florida. If there's water, there's going to be an alligator. We're going to take a quick break here, and then I'm going to come back. I'm going to show you. It's a sneak peek at what's coming in 162. I've been working on it most of the week. This particular segment that I'm going to show you has taken me forever, and I'll talk about that when we come back. Thanks for sticking with today's broadcast of Gold Wingnut Live. Pardon me for just a minute while I go grab a fresh cup of coffee and stretch my legs and back. While you're waiting, let me ask you a quick question. Are you building a new home in the Villages and need someone with a trained eye to watch the construction for you and send you regular updates? Then contact me through my website, goldwingnut.com, and arrange for a photo-video package of your new home. I've nearly 20 years experience as a construction project manager, and I've been offering this valuable service to residents for over 6 years. I know the work the various trades are doing, and I know when the work is being done right and when it's not. Fortunately, serious issues are rare, but even the most minor issues are better caught during construction than during closing. I'm not just taking pictures of your home like others do. I'm watching your home being built with a trained eye to ensure everything is done right. So go to goldwingnut.com and arrange for your package today. Now let's get back to the broadcast.
Dear Labby, my name's Bella, and I'm a Corgi from Portland, Oregon. Every morning, my human grabs the keys, says, "Be good, Bella," and leaves. I wait by the door until their scent fades and the house forgets how to sound alive. Sometimes I fall asleep there, just hoping the dream smells like them. How do I make the waiting hurt less?
Bella, that ache you feel isn't just sadness, it's love with nowhere to go. When your human leaves, your heartbeat slows, your dopamine drops, and the world loses color.
That emptiness?
It's proof of how deeply you're bonded.
Mm-hmm.
Here's my advice. Make the waiting sacred.
Mm-hmm.
Find a sunny spot, that's your watch post.
Mm-hmm.
Keep something that smells like them, that's your anchor.
Mm-hmm.
And when silence feels heavy, fill it with your own joy.
Mm-hmm.
The toys, the window, the world still turning. Because every goodbye is just love holding its breath until they return.
Man, that hit deep. I thought I was just clingy. Turns out I'm biochemically loyal.
right, I'm back. Got me a fresh cup of coffee. We're all set to go. So I promised you a sneak peek at 162. Let's see. We had one quick question to come up, and that's what's happening with the Barnstorm Theater. I have no idea. I can't find out anything on it. My sources aren't talking. Nobody seems to know. So it's one of those things we got to keep checking on. All right. So this is a then and now segment. This on the right is the village of Wellpoint. And on the left is the village of Wellpoint 3 years ago. And you can see a significant difference. And you can see the retention pond work on the left, the big white spots. And they were just starting clearing the land for the first set of houses up ahead. But this one was exceptionally challenging. I flew this, like I said, about 3 years ago. It took about 12 minutes to actually fly. And the second one was like 22 minutes. I don't know why, because everything I did said it should have lined up, but it didn't. And so I ended up having to cut it really into 30, 31, 32 different segments to get it synced up. So it had proven itself challenging. But you can see that there is a big difference. You can also see that there was, this was pasture land. There was, for the most part, very few trees in the area. There's a lot more trees now. I mean, sure, most of them are small. But I can tell you in 10 years, this will be a totally different community with all the trees. I know that from looking at Hillsboro. When I moved here 11 years ago, the crepe myrtles were little spindly things, and now it's beautiful tall oaks and crepe myrtles, you name it, they've got it. You can see that's what is that? Corbin Trail on the left. It being roughed in on the left, and on the right it's when it's new. But there's a lot more to go on this. This is shown at the original speed for the left video. The right video is adjusted to make sure that they match up. It's a challenge trying to get these things to do this. But anyway, so what else? What other questions do you all have? It's Sunday. I mean, I had some come in. Oh yeah, apparently I have offended some people with my comments about the election in New York last week. I think it's a travesty what's happened there. Socialism doesn't work. It's failed every time, but they're going to try something new, I guess. Of course, that's what we always hear, and it always fails. Let's see. Oh, here's a good one. Let's go back to it. So I offended some people when I used the term New Yorkistan. Why would I use such a term? Because I find it offensive. What's going to happen to that city? It doesn't take a genius to know that this is going to fail. And New York is going to degrade into a third world country, and it's not going to be pretty, and it's going to hurt the state. It's going to hurt this country, but we'll get through it, I guess. Let's see. This is from Mark Reynolds. He says, buying in the bubble soon, and wondering if there is a restriction on whole home generators. They require gas or fuel source, or just don't know, and just don't know. So I will tell you, I have seen multiple homes that have whole house generators. They generally use natural gas. Most of the homes, except for the area between 466A and 44, and I think parts of Bradford and Chitty Chatty also don't have natural gas, but the rest of the villages does. And you can tie into that, and you're good to go. But there is no restrictions on it. All right. Let's see. Any news on the old villages golf cart space at Magnolia Plaza? Nope, haven't heard anything on that either. And there's so many things going on around here. It's crazy trying to keep up. Let's see. If people are offended that socialism is bad, you need to study history. Yeah, I agree. Thank you, VS. John Kim Norris says, tuning in late and see that you've already talked about garage height. I'm the one with the 350 four-wheel drive that comfortably cleared the garage door while backing in. Pulling in is a little tougher. Okay. Wow. Well, F350 they're all four-wheel drive on the F350s, just like the F250s are all four-wheel drive. But anyway, it's tight. It's tight, though. I'll tell you that. Let's see. Dawn, thank you for the video of our house being built in Edenfield, Linhart Run. Okay, great. Yeah, that's coming along really quick. That whole area is just exploding. Let's see. Oh yeah, Greg R says, is the Dunkin' finally open at Lake Deaton? You betcha it is. And I drove by and saw cars in the parking lot, but no banners or anything. Yeah, I know. It's kind of, it opened without any kind of fanfare. I mean, when the one opened up in Brownwood, gosh, that had been a decade ago. I'll never forget to talk about stereotype. I mean, it's not good to stereotype, but you know, the first day it opened, I was walking Sadie and Jesse, my two Goldens that I used to have. They both passed away, and we walked to Brownwood as we frequently did, and Dunkin' Donuts was open, and there were 5, count them, 5 Wildwood PD police cars parked right out in the square. And they were all inside having a donut. I don't mean to stereotype, but I mean, it's like, wow. It definitely fits all the jokes you hear about cops and donuts. I have plenty of friends who are police officers, and I have a lot of respect for them. It was humorous to see 5 police cars at a Dunkin' Donuts the first day it opened. Let's see. How long does it usually take to close on a spec home? On a spec home, you can do a pretty quick close. Dave and Melanie, I think they said they closed in 10 days. They were my next door neighbors in the house in Moultrie Creek, and they closed in 10 days on the spec when they bought their spec home because they had another house that they were selling. So it can go pretty quick. Patty says, evil tries to shut down the truth by claiming to be offended. Don't stop speaking the truth. I agree. There's some people upset about the action taken by the county commission to to make an honorary memorial highway of Powell Road in the honor of Charlie Kirk. And there were some comments made at the meeting, and my opinion is things were being twisted as is usual. Anyway, it's going to happen. All right, let's see. When can we expect the full 162? Fingers crossed Tuesday. This has been a huge stumbling block. Oh, by the way, this is which rec center? That's Blanchard Recreation Center and the Woodlands Championship Course Clubhouse. You can see Eastport off in the distance. This was challenging doing this. A lot of movement, but I got it done. I had to be a little more careful because of the traffic and people out and about. That's why this was shot at like 7:15 in the morning when there wasn't a whole lot of people out. Let's see. Sent you an email with links to Tunnel Heights. Okay, great, thank you. And Patty says, I'm in New York and I'm already seeing some changes. That's not the American way. Yeah. Hey, but if you're in New York, please come on down. Florida is a great state to live in, and just remember why you're leaving New York. If you're coming from New York, coming to Florida, or you're coming from California to Florida, remember why you're leaving. Because we really don't want a New York or Florida or California or Florida. We've seen those policies fail. Let's see. Let's see. All right, great. I had another question come in earlier this week. It was about lightning protection, and they asked my thoughts. There's some businesses out there that install lightning rods, and they're lightning rods on your house, on the corners of the house, and they have copper cables running down to a grounding bar and so on. And the question was about surge protection. So Florida code as of January 24 requires whole house surge protection on every house that's built. So if you have a new house, go outside, you'll see in your electrical box there is whole house surge protection. Is that enough? Should you get lightning protection? There's no such thing as lightning protection. There is nothing that you can do. If you take a direct hit from lightning, you can't protect anything, okay? You can just pray that your house doesn't burn down. What happens a lot of times is if lightning hits a house, it looks for the quickest path to ground. And the quickest path to ground many times is through the moisture in the wood, which is why a lot of times you'll see 2x4s explode, because that moisture vaporizes because there's so much energy. There are companies that talk about providing lightning protection and all that. You're still going to lose your devices. What you're buying is an insurance policy. If you think about it, what are the chances of being struck by lightning? It's a common phrase. It's pretty rare, which makes it a good insurance risk. You get 10,000 people paying you $1,000 a year for lightning protection, and 2 houses get hit, you got it covered. So many of these surge protectors and things like that you buy that are supposed to protect you for something like lightning, they help a little bit, okay, but they're not going to stop it. If you take a direct hit, kiss it all goodbye. But it is insurance. But many homeowners insurance policies already cover this. So check your homeowners insurance policy before you get into something like one of these lightning protection things. Let's transition back. We watched that whole video. Excuse me. I will tell you what I use. I use a UPS. Okay. What is a UPS? It's an uninterruptible power supply. It's not going to be perfect. And I know that if the house gets hit, I'm going to lose the UPS. The battery's probably going to explode, or rupture at least, and the circuits are going to fry. But the goal is to put as much in the way between it and the thousands of dollars worth of computer equipment. Okay? Because what happens in a UPS is it takes the AC, it rectifies it, it makes it DC, it charges the battery, and then there's another circuit that taps into the battery also and draws power off and converts it back to AC, and powers things. So if you lose the input power, you never lose the battery. But a UPS, if you have something of great value, for example, my computers, the computer that this is being streamed with is about $10,000 worth of equipment, not including the monitors. Okay, and that's just for the computer. It's a Mac Studio, and it would bring me to tears if I lost it. But yeah. So you know, lightning protection. Again, you're not going to stop it, but it is extra insurance. Most of these things. All right, let's see what else we got here. Victoria, thank you so much. Let's see. I'm in a pre-owned. How do I tell on the circuit breaker box if I have whole house? Elvis, how old is the house? Okay, if it's pre-owned, if it's prior, if it's built after 2024, January 1st, 2024, then it's going to have it to meet code, and it wouldn't have passed inspection. It'll be in the breaker box. It'll be in the box outside the house by the light, the meter. Otherwise, you probably don't have it. They're not going to install it if it's not required by code. Let's see. Park Roaming with Robbie says, are you able to list all your partner vendors advertised on your website so that we can look them up? That is in the works, and I will try and get that done in the next week or so. Watch the videos. I will tell you, if you go to the YouTube videos, at the bottom of the description, I have all my advertisers listed there with contact information, email addresses, websites, phone numbers. That's the quickest place. So go look at 160, 161, all the way back, you'll find them. I will share the link with the tunnel heights in the description of this video afterwards. And let's see, Dawn, I bought a home in Moultrie Creek, September 2024. I'm not living there yet. The house cost $350. Is it unusual for taxes to be $7,200 the first year? So that sounds about right. Okay, mine is 84, I think, is what ours is. But it's not just the taxes. That's not just county property tax. That's Wildwood property tax. That's county property tax. That's the school tax. That's your bond. That's your maintenance assessment. That sounds about right. $7,200. Once you homestead, you can bring that down. For me, it helps tremendously. But if you're not here full time, when you get here full time, do your homestead exemption. It will help tremendously. We need a gold wingnut meetup. Okay, that's not a bad idea. Let's see, maybe after Thanksgiving. I got enough on my plate right now. Muskie says, Kevin, did you pay off your bond? If not, it's included in your essential services. Okay, yep, you're right. It's in there. Let's see. It's a 2007 home. Yeah, so Elvis, you don't have it. I will tell you, odds are that you don't have whole house protection. You can get it installed. The power company can do it. Having something is better than nothing. But again, remember, it's not going to be perfect. The breakers have a small button next to, okay. That button is called a GFI, ground fault interrupter. It's a test button, and it trips it out. How do I explain it? If you get a ground, it trips it. So if the blow dryer falls in the bathtub full of water, you're probably not going to get electrocuted anymore because of the GFI circuits. That's from the old movies. They throw a toaster in the oven or in the the bathtub when somebody's in there. But anyway, So that's what the GFIs do. It's very useful. It keeps the system from getting grounded, and yeah, but that is not the same as surge protection. To get surge protection, it is it's a special circuit that goes between the two live buses and the neutral bus and the ground bus to shunt the energy to ground. All right. Let's see. Okay, so yeah, Tammy says hers is similar. I get her tax bill. Patty says, I will be down the first 2 weeks in December if that works with everyone. We'd love a Gold Wing meetup. Okay, you know what? Patty, reach out to me. Let's talk, and we'll see what we can do. Victoria wants to know, can you explain what the homestead extension is? It's an exemption. Okay. You get I remember, I think it's $25,000, or is it $50,000? I have to pull up my property tax bill. But anyway, it's $50,000. So on the first $100,000, you get a $50,000 exemption for one person. If you have two people that are homeowners on the house, then in the second $100,000 there is another $50,000 exemption. That will reduce your taxable value for your property tax, and that's useful. There's also what's called the Save Our Homes Act. Save Our Homes Act limits how much the taxable value can go up in your house. Now, the assessed value will go up more. It might go up, 10%, 20%, in a year or two, depending on where the home is. But because of the Save Our Homes Act, it's $16. The property the assessable value of the property tax can only go up 2%. I believe it's 2%. It was changed, I'm pretty sure, last year. But so that helps keep things out. So you could, my other house, I had 200 and change in tax savings that I wasn't paying taxes on because of Save Our Homes Act. And if you buy a new house, that's portable. That's a whole topic for a different discussion. Yeah, that's the best. Victoria, again, we could spend a whole episode talking about Save Our Homes and property taxes and that. But anyway, there you go. Dawn, you missed my question above. Okay, let me find Jim's question. Do you know? So here's another one. I missed this one too. I have no idea when they're going to open that restaurant yet. Looks like it's going to be a little while, but we'll keep an eye out for it. I'm always up for a good restaurant, a new place to go to lunch. Homestead exemption was just updated last year to include inflation adjustments. You're right. I didn't talk about that. There is, on one of the components, the homestead exemption is adjusted per the CPI. Do you have to actually do anything to save our homes tax? No. Okay. But if you are a Florida resident, it changes the amount that they can escalate on a year-to-year basis. If you're not a Florida resident, I believe it's 10%, and if you are a Florida resident, it's capped at 2%. So it is in your best interest to be a Florida resident. Jim, can you throw me that question again? Because I got a big list here that I'm looking at, and I don't see it. Excuse me. Here we go. I found it. Jim, he says, hi, Dawn. In the intro video was awesome. Great video photography. Keep up the online work. I would like to keep seeing it. Thanks. Oh, okay. I guess that really wasn't a question, but yeah, I was having fun with that, you'll know my truck if I go by, because the music is normally turned up pretty loud. Yeah, Jim, throw me your question again, because I don't think that was your question. I'm looking through the list. We got Elvis, we got Patty, we got Victoria. Let's see. Yeah, I can dub out the music. I can do that. Don't know. Okay, we talked about the Woodlands opening. Let's see. Wow. So many things came through here. I can't find it, Jim. Help me out here, buddy. Man. Unschool. Wow. Oh, there's a lot of comments today. All right. Yeah. So again, yeah. Okay. So your request. It wasn't a question. It was a request. Yeah. I'll dub it out instead, and I'll leave the video footage up there. I think I can put some different music in it as well. So, any more questions? If you guys have a topic that you'd like to talk about sometime during the week, send me an email to live@goldwingnut.com and let me know what that topic is, so I can prepare for it and put a PowerPoint together, what have you. Because there's a lot of things that people don't understand, don't know about living in the villages, about Sumter County, Texas, Florida, a whole bunch of stuff. I consider myself a student of the villages. I have been studying this place for the last, 12 and a half years, since we decided that this is where we were going to retire. Retire. That's an overused word in my vocabulary. But anyway, I can talk pretty well on a lot of topics, and worst case, I'll do some more homework. So let's see. Victoria says, she says, keep us posted on your dinner at Prime and Ember tonight. We'll be checking it out in December. Can't wait to get back there again. Victoria, when you get here, we'll go to lunch at Prime and Ember. If Fred holds true to form, which would not, it would be shocking if he didn't. Then I expect it to be a great meal. All right, this one just came in, and it says, at some time, could you talk about NGOs funded by Sumter County? Ted, I can talk about that now. I don't know of any. I honestly don't know of any NGOs that are funded by Sumter County. We're very conservative, fiscally conservative, as well as politically conservative. The state with their, what do they call it again? Doge plan that they're working on. Looking at all the counties, we're open to suggestions on how to be more fiscally efficient, but we don't have a whole lot of things that we fund that most residents would find objectionable. All right, so it is 7 after 4. I'm still sucking on coffee. I came over to the house today to do the broadcast here and took the dogs to the dog park, and I was lost, trying to get things put together. I couldn't figure out why I couldn't keep my attention span. Then I realized I didn't have coffee. So once I got my coffee, man, things started flying. But anyway, I hope everybody has a great day. It's been a beautiful week. A little cold at the beginning of the week, but hey, we got past it. It's back to Florida weather. It's 76 degrees outside right now. Break my heart. Thanks, everyone. Have a great day. And as always, remember, life is too short. Power is fleeting. Physical beauty lasts but only a short while. All those who live long enough will also become very weak and vulnerable at some point. So let us be humble. Help the sick, the weak, and the vulnerable. One day we too will exit the stage, so let us do it with humility, dignity, honor, and the knowledge that through our actions we have left the world a better place. I'm Don Wiley. Have a great day. Take care. Thanks for watching today's broadcast of Gold Wingnut Live. These weekly broadcasts and the construction update videos are two of the ways I bring information to you about the construction happening here in the villages. At Gold Wingnut Productions, I also provide a photo-video service for new homes under construction. If you're building a new home in the villages and you need someone to watch the construction for you and send you regular updates, then contact me through my website, goldwingnut.com, and arrange for a photo-video package of your new home. I've nearly 20 years in the construction industry as a project manager, and in the last 6 years, Gold Wingnut Productions has provided this valuable service to over 300 homeowners. I know the work the various trades are doing, and I know when the work is being done right and when it's not. I'm not just taking pictures like some do. I'm watching your new home build with a trained eye to help ensure everything is done right. So go to goldwingnut.com and arrange for your package today, and I'll see you next week right here at Gold Wingnut Live.
It's time to stick a fork in it. New York, you're done. Soon the tax base will be gone to Boca Raton, while Town becomes Commie Town. Should've elected the hack instead of the quack. Rest in peace, New York, Commie Town. New York, Commie Town.
The cheese tax, the cheese tax. You gotta pay the cheese tax every time you're cooking. When the cheese comes out, this puppy comes looking. The rules are the rules and the facts are the facts. And when the cheese drawer opens, you gotta pay the tax. The cheese tax, the cheese tax. Hand it over quick or things might get ugly. I can get really loud, I'm a really barky puppy. I'm not just asking cause I'm looking for snacks. This is real important business and you gotta pay the tax.